on this 12th day of the 12th month, party day. Nathan Bishop in the studio. You know, I don't get no respect around here, Nathan. Look, I got to go on Facebook here, and I got somebody's church overtaking my feed, so I can't go live. No respect. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield.
You're Rodney Dangerfield. That's what I was thinking.
So you guys, exactly. You guys, where's my red tie and the sweat? Hog Raffle, bake sale coming down the pipeline on Friday the 20th. Fill me in on this.
We're excited. So we like to try to do different things and keep people interested in our fundraising efforts. And so this time we came up with a hog raffle. The Racing Brothers Pork out of Hardin, Illinois. Sean and Hayden Sievers, they hooked us up with a pig for the raffle, donated that to our organization, and Fritz's Meat and Packing in Jerseyville is helping us out with the processing. So we're pretty excited about it. So the drawing will be, like you said, next Friday the 20th at our bake sale. Tickets are $5 a piece or 5 for $20. First prize is half of the hog with processing. Second prize is the other half of the hog with processing. And third prize is $100 cash.
Really
right
cool.
Before Christmas. So yeah, we're excited.
There you go.
We're excited.
Well, and also we were talking too about this, Life Hack stuff. So you recently ordered some, and you're going to donate these to local restaurants.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at the number of locally owned restaurants in Jersey County.
Really?
When we started doing our research, because we don't want to miss anybody, and now I'm not talking about the McDonald's and the bigger chains. I'm talking about local people pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into the county. And we ended up ordering 40 of these Life Hacks. There's like 37 between Jerseyville, Grafton, and a couple other ones. There's like 37 restaurants that are locally owned in Jersey County.
Well,
I was really amazed.
You know what I think's amazing about that too? And you guys have the same thing we have here in town. You have these people who go, there's just no new places to go try. 37 restaurants. Yep. You could try one a week, plus mix in just eating at home for a few weeks, because we know that we're all broke and we need to save some money for that
food. Isn't that the truth?
So you can try out one of everything throughout the year. That's cool, man.
I was pretty impressed.
Take me. I want to talk about the hog raffle, but I'm really more fascinated first about this Life Hack thing, because I've seen these devices and they're really kind of unique. I don't know how. Do you know anything about who designed them or how?
The name of the company is LifeVac. I'm not sure where there's some other brands available, and I don't know how they compare. I will tell you the reason I am so impressed with the LifeVac device. You get the package. It comes with the adult mask and the pediatric mask. They're very, very user-friendly, very easy to use. But if you use them, and for lack of a better phrase, a life is saved with it, they'll replace it for free. You use it, you call the company, and you give them the information. On this day, at this time, this happened. They're going to send you a new one for free. That's the reason we went with this specific company.
So it's a one and done.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Okay, see, I like that a little bit more, too. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to pull one up just to show some people what these things look like, because this is a really unique device. I've seen some demonstrations on it, too, and it seems like it's a way to really help people that are choking in a way that's not going to cause a lot of damage.
Damage is exactly right. The thing a lot of people don't think about is when you have a person who is choking, legitimately choking and not getting any air through their airway, it's moments. I mean, you're talking about literally just a very, very few minutes that you've got to get that airway cleared. And even if you live across the street from the ambulance garage, still, by the time you call 911, they get dispatched, they get there. You're talking about a long, long time. And that's why our organization really likes to do training and get equipment out into the field to help people.
Well, and see, it's a white background, so you can't see it too good, but it's a muzzle, basically like a breathing mask type of situation over the mouth, and you have this thing, and I guess you push in and retract.
Exactly correct.
And so I guess it just uses the air pressure inside that chamber.
Yep.
Wow.
I've actually seen a demonstration where they picked up a bowling ball with it. They put it on, pushed it on, and picked it up to show you the strength of the suction, the strength of the suction with the mouthpiece.
Well, and now, see, take me through the benefits of having a device like this over, maybe traditional ways or ways that we were kind of taught in high school.
With the abdominal thrust and things like that. Sometimes it's the size of the person. Sometimes it's the strength of the person working, the person there. This doesn't take as much force. It doesn't take as much effort. And the other thing is, somebody's unresponsive there on the ground. you're still able to use this. It's harder to do any kind of intervention with it.
Well, and I think another big point of this, Nathan, is the fact that, how many times does someone say, man, if they would have just gotten there, if we would have called 2 minutes earlier, if they would have gotten there 30 seconds earlier,
exactly right.
These devices prevent that conversation from even taking place. It's just a thought. And honestly, it's a great thing for the restaurants to have, too, because that's everyone's worst nightmare.
Absolutely right. And it does happen.
It does.
It does happen.
I know somebody that witnessed something here locally a couple of years ago where they fell over and had an issue with choking on food, and it was not good. It was not good.
No.
Now, with that being said, these devices, the Jersey County restaurants are going to be using these. And another thing that comes to my mind, Nathan, is the fact that you don't need to know CPR to save someone's life.
That's exactly correct. We strongly recommend the classes.
You need to, there's no doubt.
But these are devices that,
this is worst case scenario.
It's like I say about the AEDs, because we also donate AEDs. Anybody can use them.
Yeah.
Do not. In a 7-minute training session.
It's just amazing. It's one of those things though where it's so cool that you guys really have this thought process at JCH and the foundation and everything you guys do, because you don't need to spend tens of millions of dollars sometimes to save lives. You can do this in a fiscally responsible way too.
Exactly right.
It's really cool.
And I don't know if what you had showed the price of them or not, but when I called the company to order them, they were $70 or $75. When I called the company to order them, told them who we were, what we were doing, they gave us a pretty good discount on them as well. Yeah, they did.
And honestly, I want to inform. I'm glad you came on to talk about these, because this is great to inform the public on. Why not have this at your house?
Everybody needs them in their house, their cars. My mother-in-law carries it in her car.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you never know, and especially what I worry about too is not necessarily for older adults, choking on food, but it's more whenever they get sicker, you have some mucus issues and maybe you try to swallow something, you just never know,
can happen.
Man.
Anything can happen.
Now, what is this really, is this only good for objects that are in the airwaves?
So what a lot of people get confused, the difference in choking and not choking. If someone is coughing, they may feel like they're choking, but they're not. The definition of choking is when there is no air movement, they're unable to cough, there's nothing, no sound. It would be an object. Generally speaking, a full obstruction is not going to be caused by fluid, but in an older person or in an infant, it can cause serious problems.
Okay.
But that's why the first thing, as a paramedic, we get there and somebody says, they indicate that they're choking. The international sign for choking is the hands at the throat. The first thing you do is say, can you cough?
Okay.
Try to cough, try to cough, try to cough. If they're able to cough, then they can expel it on their own, or they are getting some kind of air. This is the person that you've got nothing.
Okay.
You've got nothing. They're panicking, you're panicking, their face is turning blue, etc., because they are moving no air whatsoever because their airway is completely obstructed.
So if someone's coughing, this device...
Correct.
Not
necessary, not applicable, because it's not going to do anything.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
If they're able to cough, they're not... Again, I got to be careful with the wording, but if they're able to cough, it's not a true choking. This is for a true airway obstruction where there's no airflow.
So this is odd, and I'm not trying to sound horrible about this, but we always, when I was babysitting with the kids in my family, everyone was worried about the Legos and those small pieces. That would be something you use.
It absolutely can.
Wow.
Absolutely can.
So how quickly do you have to react whenever somebody has an obstructed, a truly blocked airway?
You have literally minutes. Brain cells start dying at the 5-minute mark with no oxygenated blood flow or no airway flow. Within 5 to 6 minutes, you're going to start losing brain cells.
Nathan, this is such a great device. Honestly, it's one of those, this is perfect for parents to have.
Absolutely.
It's perfect for, you just never know it's one of those things, why not have to worry about needing to find it or needing to find somebody with the device or knowing CPR when you have something like this, or not CPR, but the...
abdominal thrust, back, even... at that price point, they should be everywhere.
Exactly.
$70. We're talking about life saving.
To me, it's one of those, and I get in trouble for saying these type of things on the show, but it's like, we spend all these millions of dollars for things that we never see. Why not spend millions of dollars to put these in everyone's home?
Exactly.
I'd be supportive of this government contract any day of the week, because at least it's helping prevent a
Absolutely right.
life.
I always say I'd like to walk into every public building and see an AED, a LifeVac device or something similar, and an Arcan station, all right there every time you walk in.
Why not have it? I mean, and it's one of those things, preventable maintenance goes a long way.
Absolutely right.
And now, have you talked to people that have had to use this device before?
Not personally.
Not personally?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now, have you demonstrated the tool already? Yeah. Is it that simple?
It really is.
Wow.
It really and truly is.
I'm just so fascinated by this.
Yeah.
And now, is it work for both adult and child on the same device?
It comes with an adult mask and a child mask. So the masks are different size, but the device works the same. You just change it to whatever mask you need.
This is just amazing. And I just think it's a great thing to call out that you guys donated these to these restaurants because, like I said, anytime you can prevent anybody from from truly choking is a big thing. Now, this is how you guys can help all these really great missions they do throughout the year, and that's doing things like, I don't know, being a part of the Hog Raffle and going to the bake sale on Friday the 20th. What time does that start?
It's scheduled from 9 to 3. I'm hoping we have enough to keep us occupied from 9 to 3. You know, and the other thing, and I don't think I mentioned this to you, but anybody who brings donations to the hospital for baked items, if you bring something baked to donate for the bake sale, you get entered into a drawing for 5 raffle tickets for the Hog Raffle.
What?
So
that's really cool.
We just try to add little incentives wherever we can. You know.
Now what's a Hog Raffle? I've never been a part of one. Like, how does it work? I'm so fascinated.
So whoever's drawn, like I say, first, second, third prize. First is one half, second's the other half. So of the pig, they just literally, it's just a half a hog for each of the first 2 winners.
Do they get to choose what half?
No, it's the same thing. Actually, one of our EMTs is hoping she wins both of them because then she wants to keep the pig alive. You know. But Fritz's, they'll reach out and talk to Fritz's meat and processing in Jerseyville, and lay out how they want their pig processed.
Okay, this is starting to make. That's why I wanted to come back to this because I wasn't really understanding the Hog Raffle portion of it because I'd never been a part of this.
Oh, is that right?
No, this is really cool.
It's fun. So it's something different.
My head was like thinking, so someone's going to get the front half of the pig and someone's going to get the back half.
No, it's side and side and side. I promise you, I would win the back half. I promise you, if it was me, I'd win the back half.
I'm an idiot. So Friday the 20th. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tentatively set. When are you doing the drawings?
Right at 3.
Right at 3.
So the tickets can be purchased at the drawing. We have links to be able to purchase online on our Facebook page and shared throughout. A lot of people are sharing it too. So
how much are tickets?
$5 a piece or 5 for $20.
Are you serious? Yeah. But I'm not being funny. If you were somebody that just wanted to take a chance, because hey, you never know what people are going through in a hog. That's a
lot of meat in your freezer.
And for $5 to eat for pretty much a good 6 month.
Yeah.
Especially if you're by yourself, you're going to be eating for a long time.
That's a good amount of meat. Good amount of meat.
Now, how do you guys come up with this stuff, man? Seriously.
We have meetings every month. Our Ambulance Association Committee, Charity Roth, our foundation director. You've met her a time or two in here.
Yeah, she's fun.
She's great, and and we have a few board members from the community that come in and help us out. The EMTs, we sit around, brainstorm, and try to make something appealing.
Yeah.
So it's not just they're asking for money again. Well, we try to use our money for good things for our department. We also like the LifeVacs and the AEDs we donate. We want to give back to the community as well. So, what
are some of the things that you've been able to do this year?
So, of course, you talked to Charity about the Lucky Duck Derby.
How'd it go?
It went very well. Good. Very, very well. And that money it goes towards the purchase of ambulances. And let me tell you, ambulances are not cheap to own and operate.
Well, and we've talked about the difference of wear and tear on a rural ambulance compared to a municipal one too.
Absolutely right. We put a lot of miles on our trucks. We really do. We do our fish fries in the spring, and those are always really successful. We have a great turnout for them. We actually do a drive-through fish fry at the hospital. It's kind of cool. We actually started that during COVID, and it worked so well, we just keep doing the drive-through element of it. But since we started, we've put, off the top of my head from reading the reports the other day, somewhere around $150,000, $160,000 in emergency equipment back into the county.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and see, I think it's such a really cool thing to think about for the community too, to know they're truly helping themselves.
Exactly right.
Because any way you want to look at it, even if it's you just went out and said, "Hey, open your heart and your wallet," being serious, you're still helping yourself because all of it's going back to equipment that's being used in Jersey County.
Exactly
you aren't giving it to Williamson County down the road and saying, "Here you go. Here's what we raised for you."
Right. Exactly right.
It's just so important. Now, I think it'd be fun if you guys did like the Amazing Race, but you guys were the patient, and the participants had to get you to the hospital as quickly as possible.
Hey, that's cool.
I'm telling you,
I like that.
I was just pitching ideas today.
That's
I
cool.
thought about the moment you start.
I like doing different things. Absolutely.
Now, what's your message to the community as 2025 starts to take into effect, and just all those things to look for as the year comes to an end?
I will say that if you'd asked me this question 10 years ago, I would not have started with mental health, but now I do start with mental health. Yeah. COVID did a lot of damage, especially to the teenagers and the younger kids. It really did. So mental health is very, very important to focus on. We actually have some new classes that we're offering through the hospital. It's because there's a mental health first aid course. And, focus on yourself, focus on your loved ones. Mental health is becoming as much of a problem as physical health is. Don't take anything for granted. If you find yourself in a position needing help, please seek the help.
What are you guys seeing in Jersey County right now in terms of that? Because I'm sure because especially with older adults and maybe their families are no longer with them and they're kind of more secluded than maybe.
Absolutely.
Do you guys? I'm not trying to put words.
No. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Is that something?
But you're right. It is. It's sad. It's very, very sad.
Wow.
And the problems that I saw when I was a kid compared to the problems that our kids are seeing.
10 times,
There's no comparison. No. There's no comparison.
That's something that I mean, even from my generation, I graduated 7 years ago, and what's going on in school now? And I say it kind of tongue in cheek, but I don't know if I could walk through a metal detector every day and go through. I mean, it's different.
It's a different world.
So, I mean, do you guys have anything big, like any public service campaigns that you guys do throughout the year, like, or is that all not like click it or ticket, but do you guys do like any awareness drives?
We really try to push the CPR classes. We really try to push them.
That's a big thing.
It is, and it's not an over amount of time. You can learn effective CPR in a very short period of time. We offer the classes on a monthly basis, but also groups that need classes for the employees, things like that.
Yeah.
We are able to accommodate that. It is a big deal because you have, again, just like the choking devices, you have mere minutes to make a difference.
Well, and to me, CPR is needed by everybody.
That's exactly
that's
right.
One you really do need to know.
I agree.
With that being said, how do we get tickets again for this hog raffle, and when do we, and how do we donate our bake sale items and all that stuff?
So we actually, our dietary department helps us with everything we do.
Oh, they do it all?
They help us with everything we do. In fact, they've given us free run of their kitchen the day before.
That's incredible,
they're letting us come in. And there's even some of their employees are coming in to help us bake a bunch of stuff for it too. But Thursday or Friday, whatever's convenient, items can be dropped off at the hospital. The bake sale is from 9 to 3 on Friday. Tickets will be available at the bake sale. There's a link on our Facebook page, JCH Ambulance Association. Facebook page has a link to where you can purchase tickets online as well.
This is so cool. Well, Nathan, thank you so much for stopping by. I always love talking with you.
I appreciate it. I enjoy it too.
JCH always just does a really cool job of, I really do mean that, of getting out in the community, because it's a way that's not forced, because sometimes when you start to just say, here's what we're doing, the public starts to recoil.
Yep.
But man, every time you do something, they just love it and they want to be part of it.
And we try to do different things and make it fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, the amazing ambulance race.
There's something to that. There's something to that. If we do something like that, we're going to give you a shout out for it, because that's cool.
There you go. We'll link everything on RiverBender.com ahead of the 20th. Get out there and help JCH help you this next year.
Awesome. Thank you much.
9:41, more Daily Show after this.